ForexKits Academy. This is our trading room, and today I'm super excited to be making this video. Now I want to share with you a very unique information. Many traders are finding it very difficult, but then information and gradual information will always enlighten you in your trading journey, right? So to keep the balance, you must make sure that you are top notch on your analysis. Many people are familiar with technical analysis, they are also familiar with fundamental analysis. But when it comes to sentimental analysis, people seem to relax on it, possibly because they do not really know where to gather useful information, to make them consistent in establishing their confluences in taking their trading decisions. This is what I'm going to be helping you do in the course of this video. Now, when it comes to sentimental analysis, you need to understand that you as an individual cannot pull the direction of the market because of your low volume, but you then have to trade with other traders, okay? So you need to understand the position of other traders for you to trade in line with them. Remember that it's just like swimming against the tide, you will always not win, okay? But if you are swimming in line with the tides, then you always have success. So guys, in the course of this video, I'll be leading you through those environments you can actually fish out useful information on how to determine your sentimental analysis and then balance it to establish a good trading confidence, okay? So that your bias can actually be unique. So basically within the sentimental analysis, I will be focusing on the commitment of traders. Now the commitment of traders is actually an elaborate way of understanding where majority of the traders are actually positioned so that you can trade in line with them, all right? So let's go in and then let's see what this looks like.
Hello guys, welcome back to this video. If you're new to this channel, I advise you subscribe and then turn on the notification bell so that once we post useful and unique content like this, you'll be the first to be notified, right? Today we are actually considering the COT report, right? The COT report simply means commitment of traders, okay? And of course it forms a very big part of the sentimental analysis when it comes to the different levels of analysis in the foreign exchange market. We have the technical analysis, which has to do with raw price data, and of course the study of the technicalities of the foreign exchange market when it comes to maybe the shapes of the candlesticks and all of that, all other historical formations that helps you to gain insight into the nearest future. Then when we come to fundamental analysis, you also consider major news and all of that, economic data. But then it's also important for you to gain extra confidence when it comes to the sentimental analysis. Just like the name suggests, we are talking about the trader sentiment, the positioning of traders, right? It's good for you to trade in line with other traders to understand where the direction of where other traders are positioned. Remember that you cannot stand alone to change the waves in the market, so it's good to always swim in the tides, okay? Swim in the direction of the waves, not against the waves, okay? So it's good for you to understand where the positionings of the commercials and the non-commercials traders are actually placed in the foreign exchange market. So this is what the COT report will help you to do. Now the commitment of trader report is actually categorized into the commercial, the non-commercial funds, but then our concentration is going to be on the non-commercial, right? And of course there are many platforms that offer useful insight on the report. Now this report is released every Friday by 9 p.m. in the night. So every Friday you would have had a new COT report showing the net long and the net short of traders in the foreign exchange market. And of course these are majorly commodity futures, okay? So futures are like long-term traders, but then with this information, it is good. It of course gives you an insight on how to determine your confidence in the market and determine your bias as well, right? So it adds up to information. It's not a sole information that you have to rely on to take your trading decision, but then it's an extra confidence. It's good for you to know how many traders are long, how many traders are short, okay? So what is the possible direction the market may be taking anytime soon. So all of these things are very, very important. And also remember that trading is reactive, not predictive. Okay, so you try as much as possible to balance your technical analysis, your fundamental analysis with your sentimental analysis. Now right here we are on the Commodity Futures Trading Commission platform, where there is they issue the COT report. Like you can see right here, there are many other data you can always find here, but then what is going to be very relevant to us is just the COT report, and of course you always find it under Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Okay, so right here we are, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, and you can see you have the long format and the short format, right? So we are going to be considering the short format. So I'll click on that. Okay, so it's going to open up on this interface, and you can see many instruments, many assets, butter, cash settled, and all of that. You can see here milk, so we are only going to be concentrating on what is very, very relevant to us. And you can see right here you have non-commercial and you have commercial, and of course the total and non-reportable positions. So these are the irrelevant one, or not relevant, insignificant one, the non-reportable positions. Okay, our concentration will be with the non-commercial and the commercial. Remember that the non-commercials are actually the highest speculators. It involves retail traders like you and me, but the commercials are like institutions, big banks, and of course hedge funds and all of those kind of institutions. Okay, so those are the commercials, but the non-commercials are those who form the highest number of speculators, okay, in the foreign exchange market. So it's good for us to concentrate on the data that is within these parameters. All right, so but then for you to be able to fetch a currency on this platform, you simply just find, so you have your Control F, all right, and then these will pop up, so you can actually type in here or GBP. All right, so once you've typed GBP, you can now search, and you can see GBP popping up, so British pound, right? And then under British pound you see non-commercial, you see commercial, you see total and non-reportable positions. So right here you can see long and then short. Okay, the spread, you may not consider that. And then you see the data under the long. So about 40,000 people are long on the British pound, and of course about 110,000 people are short. So we have many short positions, okay, opened on GBP, and of course you have relatively 40,000 positions opened on GBP. Okay, but then you can also see that this platform is not easy for you to access the information. So I'm going to also introduce you to another platform where the COT report is also presented, but then in a very unique way, so that you can easily access this information. Okay, so another platform you can get this is Trading Star. Okay, so Trading Star, okay, Trading Star. All right, so Trading Star is all right, so you can see a COT report. You just click on COT reports. All right, so right here you can see COT report with interactive charts, right? So when you come down here, you now see currencies. You can see other instruments like grains, livestock, metals, stock indices, and all of that, treasuries, and all of that. Our concentration is on currencies. If you trade any of these other instruments and all of that, you can always check up, but I'm majorly concerned with the currencies. So let's look at the British pound. All right, you see here COT and of course COT legacy. There is no big difference between both of them. Right here you'll see that so right here you see that the difference is in the presentation of the information. Okay, so you see dealer, intermediary, asset manager, and all of that. But once you go to the COT legacy, so it's easier for you to access the information. So right here I'm going to just stick to the COT legacy. All right, so once you open up, you will see so you will see these right here you have non-commercial, just like we had on the CFTC platform, and then you have commercial. All right, and under it you have long, and then you have short. Remember that we also had about 40,436 people of 40,436 positions opened on a long on the BTC, sorry, GBP, and then we have 110 short positions on the GBP. All right, so basically the information and the data is the same, and you see that many traders are on a short on this currency pair. But if you look below, you see a kind of data that is presented on a green background. Okay, so you have here plus 3,625, and then you have plus 14,000. So this is additional position. All right, these are the changes. So these are the new traders, these are the new people opening new positions in the market. So this shows you that GBP is strongly on a sell. All right, people are having more short positions on GBP. Now remember that what we are presenting to you is just for you to be able to have extra confluences in your trading. And of course this data is for futures, those who are holding long, not for us who are actually instant traders. Okay, but then if you go to IG client sentiment, IG client sentiment is the broker that hosts majority of traders, and of course we can gather information from the number of traders that are positioned in any direction from IG, because IG has majority of foreign exchange traders who are trading in good volumes. So we can get some additional confluences from the positioning of traders from their platform. So the IG client sentiment report is actually a forecast that shows the positioning of traders in the foreign exchange market provided by IG. So you can see a view full IG client sentiment report, right? So right here you can click on that, and then this is the report so far. You can see the positioning of traders, and you see their trading bias, you see net long and net short. Okay, so alright, then there are other statistical charts that shows different information about the positioning of traders. Alright, you scroll down, you can see all of these things and different explanations. See all of that. Alright guys, so I want to quickly show you how we used our sentimental analysis and the commitment of traders reports to guide us as an extra confluence in taking some trades. Okay, so we didn't only take the trades, but we also gave out those trades as signals. So I'm going to lead you to our signal channel. So here is our signal channel, and we provided a signal on NZD USD. Okay, and then we were targeting 150 pips. Okay, so you can see it here. We were targeting 150 pips from this particular signal. Right, so what informed our trading bias? Now this is on trading view, right? So on a 1 hour time frame, this is what we actually gave out as a signal. But then first of all, once you want to take a signal like this, after considering your commitment of traders, so let's see what happens. Okay, so this is the commitment of traders from trading style, right? So let's look at NZD. Okay, so this New Zealand dollar, right? And then let's look at the position of traders. So here on NZD, you will see that about 22,000 traders are on net long, and of course 22,000 again also net short. Okay, so but then the fragment 85, that's 22,085 persons as against 22,019 shows that majority of traders are on a long position. Okay, so majority of traders have opened a long position, although the difference is not much. And you also consider here that additional 3,000 people have actually opened the long position, and additional 3,300 people have also opened the short position. Now looking at the commercials, you see that additional 2,000 people are on a long position, and additional 527 people are on a short position. Okay, so, and of course the statistics shows that commercials, that's the banks and all of that, those hedge funds, those big institutions, have opened long position, and about 21,000 people have actually been on a long, and against 18. So it shows that generally NZD USD has more of a long position opened. Okay, so having considered this, we want to look at the reaction in the market and how it will be able to help our trading confidence, and then coming also down to the IG client sentiment, all right, provided by IG. So we'll look at what happens. So you will see here that this is NZD USD, right? So you see the percentage of people that are long are more against those that are short. Okay, so you see the blue line is longer than the red line. Okay, so coming down to the statistics, you see that NZD USD, where is it? Okay, so this is NZD USD. So you see right here, the header here is right here. You see net long, and then you have net short. Okay, so on NZD USD you have about 72.99% and net long, and 27.01 and net short. So you know that majority of traders are actually on a long position. Okay, so IG client sentiment certifies that people are long, and of course the CO2 report here shows that people are net long on NZD USD. Okay, so moving over to the chart, let's see what happens. Okay, so since this report comes up every week, we will have to go down to the weekly time frame to see what happens. Right, so let's go to the weekly. So having confirmed on the weekly that the market has gotten to this level, this key level right here, okay, and has started rejecting, right? So we have seen a bullish candle, and then with a wick below. So you can see, let me zoom out so you can see it. So this is a weekly candle, and for this week, all right, so there is a rejection. After this long week, the market has started pushing to the upside. Okay, so we saw these indications, and then you had to narrow down to a lower time frame. You may decide to work with 4-hour and your dailies, and then you can now begin to find entries maybe within your 1 hour and your 15 minutes. Okay, so but on a 1 hour, the signal was given on a 1 hour, right? So this is the analysis so far, and you can see on this signal we're targeting 150 pips like you gave out on the signal channel, but then we're able to realize how much. We're able to realize about 117 pips. Okay, so very good, and of course you can take your profits, and the signal is still holding that bias, right? So this is one of the best way for you to be able to combine your sentimental analysis with other levels of analysis, like your technical analysis and your fundamental analysis, to make a good trading decision in the market. You can see how this has also responded. It became a very, very useful trade to us. So that is how you balance it up. All right, so if you have not subscribed to this channel, we are going to be posting some useful content like this. Do well to put on your notification bell, so that once we post our content, you'll be notified first. And of course, subscribe to our channel, so that each time we post content, it will be provided to you. All right, and then if you like this video, then do not forget to smash the like button. All right, so I'll see you in the next video.